So we're talking about this, and and there are some merits to what they're saying, not a lot, but there's some merits. Why is it so dangerous? Why can't we just say, look, if these people have these ideas, that's fine, and they're more than welcome to them, and it's a broad church.
You should read some of the accounts. They're charming online, where somebody's talking about the challenges and the trials and tribulations of raising a gender-neutral child. They decide that they're going to raise their child without any reference to gender identity. They're always they're not gonna put them in blue or pink or whatever the different thing, trucks and toys. And they're like, why is my little girl always choosing dolls no matter how many times I buy her a truck? Or why is she putting a dress on the truck? And we try not to have gendered behavior, and she just keeps choosing it. What do I do? She must be picking it up from society everywhere. So when you start to, how is it so dangerous? I don't know how trying to force something on somebody that doesn't match whatever their proclivities are doesn't result in something that's at least suboptimal, if not dangerous.
Psychologically alienating.
Like, I grew up in the southeastern U.S., which is a little bit behind the times, and so in the Bible, maybe I don't know if you've read that book. It's an interesting book.
Hey man, I'm from Russia. We're still living in there.
Yeah, so in the
biblical times.
Well, yeah, in the Bible, you may know that they mention it's like 27 times that being left-handed is a sin. It's something that the devil, it's sinister or whatever. So I actually know one person who, because he was born left-handed, had his left hand tied to his body until he was something like 7 years old for most things, especially when he was at school or having to do writing tasks. So he had to learn how to use his right hand even though he's left-handed. And there's been some study. There's enough people that have gone through this to where there's been some studies on these people. And what you find out is that they're almost always, as adults, ambidextrous. So they can use both hands very well. The thing is that all the evidence we have points to the idea that they will never be as good with either of their hands as they would have been with their left hand if you had just leaned into what their natural proclivity was. And so there's the threat there of
well, you're limiting people.
Yeah. There are further threats, of course, which is that if you think that the mechanism for something is if you have the wrong diagnosis for the disease, the prescription you give is probably going to be wrong. So if you believe that, my child won't conform to the non-gender roles that I'm trying to force upon him or her, what do I do? It must be society. Now you have this mission. Well, I have to break society because it's perverting my child. And so at that point, you're limiting your child potentially, but you also get bent on this mission that tries to break apart the structures of society. But if the structures of society have some correlation to those same underlying problems that you're seeing in your child, you can't break them without forcing it on people. And when you start forcing it on people, all kinds of weird stuff happens.